We've all been there. You're driving along, a tiny pebble flies up, and then that sickening crack. Suddenly you've got a chip staring back at you. And the dilemma is always the same. Do you grab that $15 DIY kit, or do you call a pro? Today, we're diving deep into your sources to settle that exact debate.
That's it, exactly. And that temptation to just fix it quick is really strong. Our mission today is to, really nail down the technical failings of those DIY solutions and highlight why getting that tiny chip fixed right and right away is the biggest shortcut to safety and, surprisingly, to saving money.
Okay, let's unpack this.
To get why a small chip is a big deal, you have to look past the cosmetics. I mean, a windshield is this complex laminated glass that has a plastic inner layer. It's engineered. In a rollover, that glass gives the car up to 30% of its structural strength.
30%? Wow.
Yeah. And crucially, it's the backstop for your airbag. It channels the force so the airbag protects you, not hurts you. If that structure is compromised, your safety systems are too.
So it's basically a structural pillar, not just a window. So what kind of damage are we talking about that can actually be repaired before you need to replace the whole thing?
Generally, your sources define it as chips smaller than a quarter, and they can't be in the driver's direct line of sight. We're looking at things like, a bullseye, a star break, that kind of thing. Once that outer layer is broken, moisture gets in instantly.
Right, and that's why you said speed is key. Now let's talk about those kits. They go for what, $15 to $30? They promise a cheap fix, but what are the technical limitations here?
There are three huge failings. First is the resin itself. It's often inferior, it tends to yellow over time or just doesn't bond right. But the biggest flaw is the equipment, or the lack of it. A pro doesn't just squirt resin in, they use specialized vacuum and pressure systems.
And hold on, why is that vacuum step so critical?
Because it literally pulls all the air and microscopic moisture out of the crack's fissures. The cheap kits can't do that, so they trap contaminants inside. And when you trap air bubbles, you get what we call optical distortion, a haze. It can be really dangerous for night driving.
And the third failing that has to do with curing, right? I know your sources flag places like Portland where it's always overcast.
Exactly. The kits rely on sunlight, but a real molecular bond needs precise conditions. Professionals use calibrated UV lamps. They work perfectly no matter the weather. Relying on the sun is a complete gamble.
So if the risk is that high, let's talk payoff. Professional repair, what does that run? $50 to maybe $150, which is still a bargain compared to a full replacement. That starts around $200 and goes way up from there.
Way up. And here's where it gets really interesting for modern cars. Many replacements now need an extra calibration for the ADS, the Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. The camera's mounted to the glass. That alone can add hundreds to the bill.
But what about the ultimate financial incentive?
Get this. Most comprehensive auto insurance policies cover rock chip repairs with no deductible.
Wait. You're telling me the professional, warranted, high-quality repair is often free for insured drivers?
That's right. Essentially free.
So we're agonizing over a $15 kit, risking our car's integrity, when the best option is often $0 out of pocket. That just removes the entire argument right there.
It really does. And the process is quick, 30 to 60 minutes. It restores about 95% of the original strength. You get a warranted repair that lasts the lifetime of the windshield, a failed DIY job. That just guarantees the crack will spread, and you'll be paying for that costly replacement anyway.
So what does this all mean then? It sounds like the tiny savings from a DIY kit just get wiped out by the risk of structural failure and, well, the eventual replacement cost.
Absolutely. And to connect it to the bigger picture, with all the safety systems that rely on the windshield, a proper repair isn't just about the glass, it's about making sure your car's safety features actually work.
So here's a final thought. Given that ADS calibration is so expensive and necessary after many replacements, how much more is that cheap DIY job really costing you in the age of smart cars? Think about that next time a pebble flies your way.